Not very good. So, anyways, this is where I left off about like 8 months ago or something. I destroyed all of the treasure tests or whatever to get this mini kit right here. That feels so good.
Hey, you know that thing they always say about like getting mini kits in story mode? You know, it bears repeating, but I just want to say that I love getting mini kits in story mode. So it's not like I haven't shared that bit of insight at all
before 1,000 times. Riddler is blatantly just shooting lasers at us, and of course, this guy has terrible aim. But of course, I bet he's never, despite being a hardened criminal, I bet he's never fired a single firearm in his life before. But this guy looks like the beginning of October, what as I like to know is spooky season and Batman season. I like to Batman during this month because, you know, Batman has the whole gothic Halloween atmosphere or whatever. So, you know, I do a Batman marathon from September to October, and sometimes it bleeds into November. I don't like whenever it does that, especially because I usually like to marathon Harry Potter in November. However, I'm not going to do that this year since I've seen those films enough, so I think I might just do something like marathon all the Bond movies since, you know, I think like some TV channel or something plays all the Bond movies on Thanksgiving. I don't remember. I don't watch cable TV anymore much. I don't even know the way I still have it. Oh boy. Cutting the cable is the new cool movement that all of these people have done. Yeah, you know, once you have Hulu, which I do, you basically almost have no reason for to have cable TV. And personally, I don't even watch stuff like as soon as it airs or whatever. I'm not caught up with a lot of modern TV programming or whatever the frick. So, you know, I just don't do that. I wish there was such a thing as like a quick fire batarang, but you have to actually actively aim it first in this game. But yeah, there's like a quick fire batarang option in Batman Arkham, the Batman Arkham games, but that's because like you pull the triggers to do the batarang. For a second, I thought the game froze there, like stopped at the beginning of the cutscene. I think especially with a lot of these older Lego games, it like kind of pauses at the beginning of a cutscene in one frame, and it makes you paranoid because you think that the game crashed. I've got no reason to be paranoid. What's on the hoof? That's what I avoid. It's still like, I've listened to more Motorhead than I thought I would in my life, and yet that rip from the SpongeBob movie is still probably the best Motorhead song. I don't know, I think most of their other stuff is just like slightly too bland. It doesn't really stand out, it's just kind of generic, like 80s metal. Yeah, they're like kind of the generic metal band. But yeah, you would get a bit more personality with other metal bands. Really, I only listen to Motorhead just because they appeared in the SpongeBob movie soundtrack. And of course, I decided to set out for a challenge for myself to listen to every single artist who appeared on the SpongeBob movie soundtrack. That means I'll even listen to some songs from Avril Lavigne, you know, the person who did Skater Boy. Skater Boy spelled Shane O'Dawson, or what? Shane Dawson. Give it up for Shane O'Dawson. I think it was like Shane O'Dawin, but Shane O'Dawson. Give it up for Shane O'Dawson, making all of the spoopy conspiracy theories or whatever Shane Dawson does. I actually don't even know. I don't know. I don't watch Shane Dawson. Yeah. Really, the only The only YouTuber that I watched who was relevant in 2011 was Jack's Films. Like otherwise, I think that was kind of somewhat of a dark age for YouTube. At least in terms of like just the content in general. Where it was just like, I'm just not personally that into it. Like, that was the time when Onision was popular, and Onision is a terrible content creator. Should I play the entirety of these credits? You know what, I'll just talk through these, the entirety of these credits. So yeah, recently, I've been listening to way too much They Might Be Giants. I don't know why. Their album was released in 1988, and it was named Lincoln, and it's still kind of like the cheesiness of like their first album. I just think it has a vibe that I can get behind a little bit more. You know, it kind of this next album just kind of had more of a vibe of like that's just like a bit more chill kind of. It reminds me of Fall probably the most out of all of their. Out of all of the band's discography. Of course, we see the Traveler's Tales logo. Man, I feel so lame talking about They Might Be Giants. But yeah, this album I think like has a lot more memorable songs that kind of definitely feel a bit rockier. Like feel a bit more like actual kind of rock music, as they're somewhat categorized as, even though I would kind of consider They Might Be Giants like kind of a bit of a pop rock band almost. Oh, I get to go into frickin' Arkham Asylum. That's so cool. Oh man, wandering through the halls. I like how all of the criminals are just loose in Arkham. Oh wait, I don't need to fight these guys. Wait, no, they fight me. They're on my side. I guess I did kill one of their men. Like, just brutally murder him in cold blood. But man, like I'm evil. Can't they just code their enemies to not act like enemies to me? Well, anyway, I'll explore this area later. I've actually. Yeah, I really like the concept that this game decided to go for with, like, you play the levels not just from the hero's point of view, but also from the villain's point of view, which I really like that. I've never played the villain's levels before just because I haven't played this that much, which I'll probably be playing this more this fall, but, you know, I just really like... Why am I hiccuping? It's really like the concept of like playing through the levels from the villain's point of view, but we're not gonna do that now. We're not even gonna explore this area that much as the villains. What I want to do is like the main story before I even get into this part, even though it's gonna be fun. But I haven't even played this part in the game itself, so you know, I would probably like to maybe play it outside of a Let's Play form before I do it in Let's Play form. Because one thing that I personally have the opinion that I'm not one of those people who thinks that Let's Playing video games like kind of takes the fun out of it. Like sometimes it can suck the fun out of it a bit, but not really that much. I think a while ago I kind of slowed down on Let's Plays because it kind of started to suck the fun out of gaming a tiny bit, but I think that's kind of changed, and I think now just playing video games is just as fun whenever you do Let's Plays, whether or not. So I phrased that horribly. But usually one thing, I think the absolute quickest way to suck the fun out of any video games, in my opinion, is to play them the very first time in Let's Play form, unless you're just playing some terrible shovelware games. Even then, I don't think I would want to do that, unless it's like something simple like a racing game, which I feel like I could do a first impressions let's play of, or like, you know, a game that I kind of, or like a remake of a game that I know very well, I would still want to definitely play the game a bit before I let's play it, because I feel like just seeing your first reactions to a video game whenever you're playing it in a let's play just isn't as fun and isn't as enjoyable as if you're like just naturally kind of going and seeing those first reactions through you just playing the game casually. And also, another reason why I wouldn't want to go into playing these games completely blind, or even blind at all, is the fact that I am really, at least whenever I play a game the first time, I'm really bad at it. I am just like really bad perfecting this, what you need to do in a video game the first time. That's why if I ever played with friends, I guess so that they don't judge me or something, I have to like play sections of games that I've already done before, games that I kind of know very well, know what to do. Because like I just can't. It's always my first playthrough of a game, especially. I think this seems to happen the most with 3D platformers. Is it's just completely terrible. It's just like really bad, almost unwatchable. So that's why I always want to get prior knowledge, especially because I seem to have a problem with getting stuck on just really simple, easy things that I really shouldn't get stuck on whenever I play a game for the first time. Even if the game is pretty easy, I won't have the opinion that it's easy until I've like played through it once and completed it once. I'm sorry you had to hear that. I should have covered up the microphone. I didn't get the mini kit! What, is my boat not big enough for that, to be able to cross that? Also, I think what the am I getting it wrong? I think I need to angle myself differently. Okay, let me take out these boats. These frickin' penguin submarines. I swear I will get this mini kit even if it kills me. Yes! Shouldn't be that celebratory since that should have been easy. I don't know what went wrong. Yeah, I swear this game is easy. I swear I won't have any problems with it, yeah. Okay. Cocky boy. Okay. I wonder how you would even get this bomb to blow up there. I don't know. Ah! Robin, why did you get in the way? Frick you, Robin! What I kind of half wish is that TT Games would have maybe made like a Lego game based off of the Nolan films. Frick! Yeah, the Nolan Batman films. Okay, you know, I think that might be cool, and we kind of got a taste of that in certain Lego Batman 3 DLC that I bought. Why do I keep... Yeah, see, I don't like this whole bomb chain thing. It's like really clunky and difficult. I usually play Lego games to have an easy time, easy fun time. This still isn't hard, but like, man, that's usually pretty clunky and hard to control. Okay, so I guess like Robin's Watercraft, yeah, that's the real name of the boat that Robin has. Okay, that jump was done artificially. I didn't actually make that jump like that. So why didn't that pop the first time? Well, wait, what was the animation with that mini kit? Did it just awkwardly scuttle along that area? Did it just awkwardly scuttle along the water? I think only Robin's Watercraft. Yeah, that's the real name of the boat. How lame. Like, at least Batman gets like the Bat boat. You know, that's like a mildly cool name. I like how he has to put Bat as a name scheme in front of the name of every single one of his things. You know, I like how Batman is just like randomly shooting up stuff and destroying property at the Gotham docks just because just because he gets coins from it. And he's like destroying public property, of course, which is definitely not going to get him trusted by the police. Is there a bomb thing to throw off the bombs over here? See, Robin's Watercraft apparently is too small to make this jump. Also, whenever you gotta see this, but whenever I crawl up here and make yeah, clearly that's like some very artificial. That's very artificial for like how I'm getting up there. It's kind of like that one moment in SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom where you're supposed to scale a certain area with the sponge ball, where it just feels like the jump is that you do is just like kind of forced, and it doesn't actually feel like you did that. Like look, from the momentum that I was going up that ramp, there's no way I would have a jump like that from the ramp. I don't know what's happening. Wait, Robin has one of these? Oh, so that's how you destroy that thing. I'm incredibly sorry for that. And only the Bat boat can pick up the bombs, apparently. You know, nice to see some water-themed levels because I am an ocean boy. I am an ocean man. I do like the ocean. More than anything, I want to live under the sea. I don't feel welcome where I am on the surface. Yeah, the only problem with living under the sea is, man, it gets bloody well cold back there. Like, seriously, I couldn't live... If I was gonna live under the sea, I definitely couldn't do it in any other season other than the summer. It's part of the reason why I like summer so much. It's like my favorite season. But yeah, you know, like I can only go to the beach in the summer. Like, I even tried to make a beach vacation this spring, and you know all the spring break movies, you know, have people go to the beach. Even on spring break, even on a warm spring break, it's still not hot enough to go to the beach. No. Do you think that March weather is ever gonna be beach weather? No, disgusting. Like, there's, maybe the coldest that you could go to the beach is maybe, like, there's a couple, like, super hot days in, like, late April or something that might be able to be beach weather. Even then, you could only count on that being beach weather for, like, one day. Look how I just went into a random spew of whatever. You can even get that mini kit. What? Killer Croc's Croc Boat. Apparently that has immunity to the water, to the disgusting sewage nuclear water. I'm just gonna call it the nuclear water because there's no way that just sewage alone could be that dangerous. That the Bat boat can't go through it. And the Bat boat is probably an armored boat that can take a bit of gunfire. Like, I bet. Frick! Don't blow up my frickin' bomb! Okay. Yes! Wait, that was just for a mini kit? You know, I'm glad to get a mini kit. You know, I made my whole spiel about how, you know how I love to get mini kits in story mode, but, you know, really all of that effort to do the bat bomb just for a mini kit, whenever mini kits don't, I really shouldn't even be collecting every mini kit and every collectible just because of the fact that I'm not going to be playing free play of any of these games except for Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, which of course the game that I said them going to do free play for is the one that I'm completing the slowest. Well, it's not the slowest Lego game that I'm completing. I still haven't gotten past like the first couple of levels of what was that? I haven't gotten past the first 2 levels of Lego Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars. I'm not neither in Let's Play form, nor in like actual casual gameplay, just because of the fact that I've run into an unknown glitch just because my game disc is too scratched up. Where is that son of a bridge? wait, son of a bridge. Oh man. Hey people, I'm inventing new curses. Okay, how do you even set off one of those buttons? What do you have to do? Like destroy a boat? Destroy one of penguin's subs? One of penguin's subs isn't sandwiches, not submarines. No, I'm not talking about that. Okay. What do I have to do to activate another freaking button? Do I have to kill Penguin's super sub? I think it was a foot long, where the other ones are like a 6-inch. Yeah, funny joke about subs versus submarines. We all live in a yellow sub with extra lettuce, yellow sub with extra cheese, yellow sub with extra meat. Oh wait, where's that sub? What did I even do to... What the frick did I do to set off one of these buttons? Am I freaking stuck here? I swear, the way that I set off those buttons was I destroyed a sub. Wait, hold on. Isn't they have to specifically destroy these subs with the... No, I can't just destroy any sub. I need to get Penguin's head honcho, big submarine. He was head honcho with the ladies, but buenos tardes, amigos. Hola, my good friend. Cinco de Mayo is on Tuesdays, and I hope I be Mexican again. Wait, oh wait, I think I might know what I did that's triggered that thing. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry I wasted so much of your valuable time, even though clearly your time isn't that much valuable if you're spending it watching my Let's Plays. There's like better Let's Play series. There's like PewDiePie, you know, You know, the guy that just goes through his Let's Plays being like, bing bong, bing bong. That's it. I am Swedish. Oh. Yeah, perfect PewDiePie impression. Memes. Okay, I forget what you did in this boss fight, especially because I actually remember this boss fight. I remember the day that I played it. Ah! Okay, so apparently if you shoot the bomb, it just doesn't go off, but if you lightly tap it to a surface, then all of a sudden the bomb starts exploding, and of course it explodes on impact. Why not? I think I'm doing more damage to this thing. I haven't seen any hearts go down. Okay. Okay, that's the wrong part. These freaking alligators, disgusting. You know, the whole thing about the alligators being in the sewers is a myth, even though this isn't the sewer, so why'd I bring this up now? I could have saved my stupid words for like one level later, I think, or maybe 2 levels where we actually fight Killer Croc in the sewers. I was about to say Sewer Croc. We're about to fight Sewer Croc in the sewers! Wait, what do I do at this point? Do I just shoot the thing? Oh, yeah. Oh man, it releases its penguins! It releases the moms! Okay, at least that hit it the first time. I wish all of those hits could be, you know, that convenient. I wonder, dude. Oh, that attack does work against these head honcho penguins. These penguins who are head honcho with the ladies. How do you destroy it? Okay, now my projectile is just like infinitely going in a loop until it hits something. I hope that doesn't happen again. Wait. Oh man, I destroyed one of them. Oh man. Okay, at least I do like that this penguin planted some mines over here so that the bombs could be destroyed and not be constantly following me for like 20 years. Come on, slow down, you stupid bird that can't even fly. You're a bird that can't even fly. You're like the most pathetic thing I can. Okay, I think this is just an infinite wave. So I'll just get the bombs. Bombs. Lance, rope oil, bombs. You want it, we have it. But you've got to have enough rupees. Link, it looks like you don't have enough. Come back when you're a little richer. And remember whenever YouTube poops were just like Spadinner and Zelda CDI. Man, those are the good old days. No, those weren't. YTPs have gotten better than they ever were and funnier with cleverer editing tricks and stuff since 2007. So, yeah. I kind of hate that misconception though. Whenever people click on a YTP, they like think, oh, it's gonna be 10 minutes of sped dinner. How do people make an entire career out of it? And why do so many people watch it? I don't know, maybe because YTPs have more effort put into them nowadays than ever, even though YTPs do seem to be slowly dying. Not just in popularity, but the amount of people that made them, because even though their peak in popularity was like 2008, YTPs still just haven't been, just even after they kind of lost a bit of popularity, I don't think they necessarily slowed down in terms of the rate that they were being made at for a while, until about, like, I'd say maybe 2014 or something, would be like when YTPs just started both being less popular and being made less. Oh man, I'm gonna beat that penguin. Ah! I shouldn't have skipped a cutscene. I'm not supposed to do these. Yeah, of course I'm so used to skipping cutscenes because I was trying to play this level as fast as possible to get to the last level, to get to the certain point that I was at the end of the level, at the end of the last Let's Play, which was like around the end of the level, the end of the Let's Play level. Yeah, 18%. I'm really disappointed by that. I hope I get a stud multiplier at some point. I don't know why, but for some reason, like, recent LEGO games with their open worlds have just made it really hard to buy, like, red bricks and stuff. And now it's just, like, really hard to get onto stud multipliers. Yeah, I think we're gonna... Misa think we're gonna continue story. Misa. Yeah, I was right. The next level is the Killer Croc level. So I'm thinking, like, what would even be in between? I think this level... I should stop voice cracking. I think this level... I think this level... when will I stop voice cracking? Actually, I should probably end this soon. I just realized the time. The time that you would pick up all of the grime. Oh man, these are gaming noises. I think that's like the first time that I've ever gone like mostly silent during a segment in one of these Let's Plays, and it actually you know, working out and being halfway decent. Because every other time I've gone silent, it's just because I didn't have enough to say. Oh yeah, that brings back a memory. I might have told this story before, but I remember back whenever I owned this game on PC, and it kept having problems, like, since I have an old PC, it kept crashing, and it kept, and, like, I kept just being constantly bad at the game, and there's, like, various glitches that didn't allow me to progress. But I remember, like, I used to be, whenever I was stuck in one level, I used to, like, set off just a bunch of bombs. Just a bunch of these, a bunch of these frickin' bombs, just, like, and I remember, like, I had the volume blasted all the way up on my computer, and I remember, like, my dad was like, what was that, the oven going off? One, I'm so confused, I'm so confuzzled, I'm so manure, I'm so monotone, and see, a good trip, well, a good trip would be, like, taking LSD and whatever, but a good trick is if you're being shooted at enemies and you can't take them out, like I could clearly take them out in this situation, but if you can't take them out because you're not Batman or whatever, you're playing a Lego game that doesn't have Batman or a projectile enemy, then I guess my suggestion is if you're building something and you're constantly being shot by enemies, the best thing to do is to probably, like, build in segments, like just build a bit here. Why won't you get on that platform, Robin? Why do you keep moving, Robin? Robin, I need you to work with me. Okay, at least he got on there at the end. I guess I kind of misunderstood it. Okay, I will stop gang violence in the WAPE, finally, as the ferocious Robin. By the way, if I ever stop a Let's Play in the middle of a level, the best thing to do would probably be to stop it, like, around the beginning of the level. Just so that if I have to do another Let's Play, I don't have to play through as much, just to get to the point where I was in the previous level. Also, despite how long my Let's Play was, my last one, I wish it would have gone on even longer, just so that I could have completed that level. But because I'm pretty sure I could have figured out what to do pretty quickly, and I could have just, you know, cleanly wrapped that up in one level because I was very close to the end. I didn't know how much I had left. But yeah, so that was definitely a missed opportunity. I don't care if it would have ended up being an hour long. I still think it would have been worth it. Batman, do your bomb thing, and then I should probably end this just because so that I don't have to play much at the beginning. Okay, once I reach, yeah, this is another checkpoint where I had to go through a loading screen. Okay, so I guess this is it. This is the end of it. I don't wanna end this, but I kind of have to just so that it doesn't get too tedious or whatever to play through this again, and so that this thing doesn't get too long. Yeah, hey, I should probably do something where, like, I only play one, like what other Let's Players do with Lego games, where I only play one level per episode or whatever, instead of making my episodes longer. Because usually I can complete a level in one episode. Like, what levels can I not even complete in one episode? Like, what? The Ace Chemicals Lab level in Lego Batman 2, which is like 40 hours long. Yeah. Yeah, and really nothing else. So, that might actually be a good consideration. And then I can complete multiple levels in one sitting of Let's Playing. So that might be nice. I might consider that for only Lego games. I wouldn't do that for any other games that I Let's Play, but that's like a very good thing. It's like very good. Just a very good idea. I guess that's the end of it. The mollusk
Lingers with its wandering eye. With its wandering eye.